In the previous lessons, we learned about the process called prime factorization. And basically, we use the process prime factorization to find all the prime numbers that multiply and would equal to that number. And we use that to find the greatest common factors. Well, in this lesson, we are going to look at prime factorization and use that process to find something called least common multiple. Well, what is least common multiple? It is the least or the lowest non-zero number, and we are still talking about the whole number, okay? That is the same multiple of two or more numbers is called the least common multiple, or LCM of the numbers. And the secret is this. And to find the least common multiple using prime factorization, all you have to do is factorize it first and multiply all the prime numbers between all the numbers, except when we have a common prime factors, we only multiply it once, okay? So let's look at this example. We have 4. What is 4? 4 is equal to 2 times 2. That's pretty easy. And then what about 7? Well, 7 is a prime number of its own. Do we have any common factors between the two? No. We have 2, 2, and over here we have 7. So they don't have anything in common. So we multiply all the prime numbers. So 2 times 2, that is coming from here. And then times 7, that is coming from there. So what is 2 times 2 times 7? Well, 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 7 gives us 28. And that is how we find the least common multiple using prime factorization. Isn't that easy? So let's try another one. We have 8 and 5. Before we should start this, you need to remember that common prime numbers, which are 2, 3, 5, 7, and 11. Well, it's an even number. 2 times what? 2 times 4 is equal to what? 8. And we can now break down the 4. 2 times 2 give us 4. Over here we have 5. Well, 5 is a prime number of its own already. So we have what? 2, 2, 2, and 5. And notice how they don't have any common factors. So we have to multiply. So your LCM is equal to 2 times 2 times 2. And this 3, 2 is coming from this side. And lastly, times 5. Well, what's 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. What's 8 times 5? It is 40. And a common multiple is 40. Isn't that easy? Now let's try another one that is more complicated. So in this case, find LCM of this two number right here, 14 and 21. Just to illustrate something that they have in common, because I know 14 had to do with 7 and 21 had to do with 7 as well. Let's see what happened when we have a common factors between the two numbers. Well, let's look at 14. Well, 14 is what? It is 2 times 7. That's pretty easy. But for 21, what do we have? 21, that is 3 times 7. Notice how they have the common factor of 7, right? Look at this right there. 7, that is the common factor. Now, what's so special about common factor? Common factor are multiplied by once only. So when we have a common factor, we just multiply 7 one time. And how does that work? So we have our least common multiple is equal to what? Well, 2 times 3 times 7. And again, 7 is our common factors between two numbers. So we only multiply by 1. So what's 2 times 3? Well, 2 times 3 is 6. What's 6 times 7? That is equal to 42. And there you go. So the least common multiple of 14 and 21 is, what is it? It's 42. So that is how you use prime factorization to find the least common multiple of any numbers using prime factorization. Just be very careful when you have a common factor between the two numbers. Multiply it once only. Thank you for watching, and we hope that this video have empowered you to do well in your math class. Streamline Ed PD is an all-in-one education training by teachers with the mission to empower teachers to support all students. We have interactive practice that go along with this video. The links are in the description below. If you would like your teacher to use this video or create similar video to support you and your classmate, please subscribe and share this video and your learning experience with your teachers and parents. Together we can empower you to be successful in school.